Most people plan to retire someday. They say it like it's guaranteed. I'll retire at 65. I'll figure it out when I get there. But here's the question nobody asks. What is the actual number? Not a guess, not a hope. The exact dollar amount you need to never work again. I didn't know mine for years. I spent over 2 decades working. Good money, hard work. And I had absolutely no idea what my number was. That number has a name. It's called your FI number, Financial Independence Number. And once you know it, everything changes. Here's the scary part. Most people walking around right now, earning a paycheck, paying bills, saving a little, have never calculated this number. They know their rent, they know their car payment, they might even know their credit score, but they don't know the one number that determines whether they ever get to stop working. And it's not their fault. Nobody teaches this, not in school, not at work. Your employer definitely isn't bringing it up. Think about it. Your boss benefits from you needing that paycheck. Your bank benefits from you keeping money in a savings account earning 2%. The system isn't designed to make you financially independent. It's designed to keep you dependent. I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying it because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And the first step to getting out is knowing your number. So let's talk about what that number actually is, how to calculate it, and what most people get completely wrong about it. Your FI number is the amount of money you need invested so that your investments generate enough returns to cover your living expenses forever. Not for 10 years, not until Social Security kicks in, forever. When you hit your FI number, work becomes optional. You can keep working if you want, but you don't have to. That's financial independence. Now here's where people get confused. They think FI means being a millionaire. It means being rich, having a yacht. That's not what it means. Financial independence just means your money works harder than you do. That's it. It could happen at $500,000. It could happen at $2 million. It depends entirely on how much you spend. And that's the key insight most people miss. Your FI number is not about income, it's about expenses. The less you spend, the smaller your number, the sooner you get there. So how do you calculate it? It comes down to one simple rule, called the 4% rule. In 1994, a financial researcher named William Bengen studied decades of market data and asked, if you retire and withdraw money every year, what percentage can you take out without ever running out? His answer was 4%. If you withdraw 4% of your portfolio per year, historically, your money lasts 30 years or more, even through recessions, even through crashes. So here's the formula. Take your annual expenses, multiply by 25. That's your FI number. Why 25? Because 1 divided by 4% equals 25. It's the inverse of the 4% rule. Let me show you with real numbers. If you spend $30,000 a year, your FI number is $750,000. If you spend $40,000 a year, your FI number is $1 million. If you spend $60,000 a year, your FI number is $1,500,000. See how powerful reducing expenses is. Every $1,000 per year you cut from your spending reduces your FI number by $25,000. Cut $10,000 from your annual expenses and your FI number drops by $250,000. That's $250,000 less you need to save, just by spending less. This is why frugality isn't about being cheap, it's about buying your freedom faster. Now let's talk about the mistakes people make when they first learn about this. Mistake number 1. Counting on Social Security as their FI plan. Social Security was never designed to fully replace your income. The average monthly benefit right now is around $1,800. That's $21,600 a year. Can you live on that? Mistake number 2. Using their income instead of expenses to calculate the number. Your income doesn't matter for this formula. Your expenses do. High income, high spending equals high FI number. Low income, low spending equals lower FI number. Income is not the goal. Margin is. Mistake number 3. Thinking they have time. I thought I had time. For over 20 years, I thought I had time. Time is the one resource you cannot buy back. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Mistake number 4. Keeping money in a savings account and calling it investing. A savings account at 2% interest against 3 to 4% inflation means you are losing money every single year. In real purchasing power terms, your savings are shrinking. That's not a plan. That's a slow leak. So what do you actually do with this? Here's the simple 3-step starting point. Step 1. Calculate your number. Write down everything you spend in a month. Rent, food, transportation, subscriptions, everything. Multiply by 12 to get your annual expenses. Multiply that by 25. That's your FI number. Write it down, make it real. Step 2. Know your gap. How much do you have invested right now? Subtract that from your FI number. That gap is what you're working to close. Knowing the gap is not depressing. Knowing the gap is empowering. You can't close a gap you can't see. Step 3. Start closing it. You don't need a fancy strategy. You need 2 things. Spend less than you earn. Invest the difference consistently. Index funds, 401k, IRA, Roth IRA. Whatever you have access to, use it. And if you're starting from zero, even spare change counts. There's an app called Changed that rounds up every purchase and throws that spare change at your debt first, then investing. Last month, it moved $47 for me automatically. Link is in the description. Time and consistency do the heavy lifting. Here's what this looks like in real life. If you're 35 years old and you invest $500 a month at a 7% average annual return, by age 65, you'll have over $560,000. $500 a month. That's $16 a day. Less than most people spend eating out in a week. The math works. The problem is most people never start. I want to leave you with this. Financial independence isn't a fantasy for rich people. It's a math equation. And math doesn't care about your income, your background, or how late you're starting. It cares about the gap between what you earn and what you spend, and what you do with that gap. I'm building this channel because I wish someone had shown me this math 20 years ago. Not because I have it all figured out, but because the information exists, and most people never find it. So here's your homework. Tonight, calculate your FI number, write it down, and then figure out your gap. That one number will change how you see every dollar you spend for the rest of your life. Subscribe if you want to keep building. We're just getting started.